Hey there, folks. This is Todd Wahl with FPVLive.tv. I am here with Mr. Tiny Whip himself, JesseP, Jesse Perkins.
Thank you very much.
How's it going, man? What do
Very
you think about
good.
that last heat? That was crazy.
That was an awesome race. I love a lot of the pilots involved. I've got, I'm really invested in a lot of them, but
Yep.
I don't know if you guys at home noticed there was an awesome interchange between Marty Flies
Yep.
and Provo.
Oh, man.
Both great
Fight for
pilots and
position,
great
man.
friends, and they stayed together for 2 or 3 laps.
No kidding.
Until Marty Flies finally went down.
Yep.
And 30 seconds, a half a second later, Provo went down,
Yep.
but Provo did this some bounce and barely saved a recovery, and he came back to take first place.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great recovery. Hey,
Great.
it goes to show you don't give up, right?
Yeah,
That's the key. You know
right
what I mean?
behind him, Tyler Brennan, RaceTodd Quads. He had an awesome race.
Yep.
And now, for the other, my understanding is the other people that may move on, they have to, right now they're measuring.
We have to measure
What's
it.
the story?
Yeah, they have to measure it to figure out, what the placement's going to be, because it's not clear 100%. So that's what they're working on now. Plus, they have to fix the air gate that went down, that got
Right,
crashed.
someone tore apart half a gate
Yep.
or something.
Yep. And that's the biggest challenge, too, because of everything that is the cage, the way it's set up, with all the netting, retrieval
Yeah.
of the quad kind of slows us down
Yep.
a little bit,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But even with that, we've been turning over heats pretty quick.
No, it's been super fast, and the racing has been incredible. I'm here with a booth for Tiny Whoop, and we shut it down an hour ago because the racing, every single heat, is worth watching.
Oh,
I
my
am
God.
loving this.
Top pilots in the world here
Yeah.
for $20,000.
It's amazing to watch them achieve greatness on this course.
Man.
I love it.
Unique course, an unusual course. What do you think about it?
I love this course.
Do you
I
really?
fell in love with it the first time I watched a DVR of it. I got to fly it just a little bit, not as
Saw
much
you
as
this
I
morning.
want.
We saw you on the DVR.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Yeah, you need to do
But
it.
I know.
So, hey, let me
But-
tell you this. We were talking earlier about the spec race for Hobbyco. I don't know if you saw that, right? So that
Yeah.
was an interesting,
Yep.
ready to fly quad kind of deal.
Yep.
But you know what? Brain Drain and I were talking about, it would be incredible to do a Tiny Whip 8-man race on this course, and dealing with the wind, you'd be like, okay, we're
Yeah,
trying to finish.
it's
Oh my
so
gosh, hopefully
that'd
the
be
wind will
so
change.
funny.
That would be
I
good.
mean, with Tiny Whoop, almost everybody uses right-hand circular polarized, so
Yep.
it's possible, but it would take a fair amount of work switching out antennas, I think.
yeah.
I mean, maybe there's a way to pull it off, but
We can figure it out. Come
yeah,
on.
I'm down to try. And in any case, we can get a whole bunch of Tiny Whoops flying in a little river somewhere. Tonight, there will be a river of Tiny Whoops flying somewhere
love
in
it.
this city. We don't know where.
I love it.
But it
what we
will
need to do is
happen.
live stream it. We'll do it through Facebook
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
figure
How do I
something
get it to FPVLive.tv?
out. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure
It's gonna
it out.
happen.
So stay tuned.
Yeah,
Stay tuned.
and
We're
it's
gonna
gonna
have
be
some
fun.
So,
Meantime, yeah, no, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, tell us a little about what's going on with JesseP and Tiny Whip.
Well,
What's doing
right now,
different?
Tiny Whoop, the YouTube channel, is in the middle of a new mini-series with
love
a
it.
bunch of Hong Kong footage. I was there with Trappy, a good friend of mine who is, great at talking me into doing flights I probably shouldn't. And there was a whole bunch of flights that I probably wouldn't have done. And he was like, just do it. Just
do
just
it.
in the middle of this,
Oh, Trappy.
crowded sidewalk or shopping mall or
Yep.
parade or whatever. He just like, get your stuff out, plug in your goggles and fly a battery. And
Well, we know Trappy is kind of the godfather
he's a
of
rebel.
FPV,
He's a
right?
godfather, and he's also, a rebel from the beginning.
I know.
And he imparted some of that spirit on me, and for that I'm thankful.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's known for his epic flights in different locations, without
Yep.
a doubt.
Yeah.
The Dubai flight.
Did you guys see the video that just came out?
No, tell me
I don't
about
know if he released it. I saw it in late production, and it's one of the guys from Team Black Sheep flying over the Swiss Alps in the snow, and it is some of the most incredible footage. He flies through the strings on a parachute. From a guy
You gotta be
parachuting.
kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I
that's
was blown
incredible.
away.
Well, they're known for their incredible videos. I mean,
Yep, the
without a doubt.
video is produced by Alfum Schlauch.
Yeah, Alfenschlag.
Alfum Schlauch.
And he's German, right?
I had to spend a lot of time practicing
Yeah.
that. That's why I was excited to say
good,
it.
right?
It's pretty much my favorite German, only German word.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Anyway, that's all
Nay.
I know. So, anyway, so let's talk about tinywhip.com, though.
Sure. Yeah,
right.
there's a lot going on over there. I mean, here's a sneak peek at the new mullet mod we're releasing. This is called the Stingray skin, named by my buddy Ben, who designed it.
Sweet.
It
I like
is
that.
gorgeous. Yeah,
I love
it's-
the way the antenna sticks backward, too, on top
Exactly.
of that. Yeah.
And this is like, there's been the original mullet mod for a long time, invented and designed by Chris Wilson. He
Yep.
said in his first video, This is a blocky version. I want to see more designs for Mullet Mod. And this is the first one to really come out other than a little mohawk thing. But here we have like this super sleek sort of teardrop shape.
Yeah, right.
It's beautiful, and we made it to fit our
Carve
new
the
really
wind.
small camera. Yeah.
I love it. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Is that a new camera?
Yep, we got this new camera that's pre-mullet modded, so nobody has to cut
Seriously?
apart the camera and the VTX anymore. There's already little wires, so you just snap it in. And so now everybody's going to be flying something like this with a different colored, like probably hydro dip canopy.
Love it.
And the customization just went way up, so I'm stoked.
That is absolutely incredible. And so they can find all this on tinywhip.com.
tinywhip.com, yeah.
And what's the story on the red motors? Anything different?
Yeah, these are
What's
our
that?
new special edition secret, or excuse me, I always say that. Special sauce motors. They're 17,300 kV, and if you're flying the original Inductrix board like I am, or the Inductrix FPV, which is actually my favorite board,
Right.
these are the best motors because they're the strongest, fastest motors that just barely have a little bit of oscillation at the beginning of the battery. They're perfect at full throttle.
So let's talk about why that's your favorite board. Tell me.
This is my favorite board because this aircraft flies best in angle mode.
Okay, good.
I'm an angle mode freak,
Yeah, right.
and I'm one of those guys that secretly believes angle mode is a stronger interface with the human brain.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
And if I'm being completely honest, I think that's true for mini quads as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
The reason there's nobody flying mini quads in angle mode right now is because there isn't a flight controller that can handle it at a steep enough angle.
Right.
These
right.
quads need to get up to sometimes 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And every flight controller out there, well, almost all of them are using Betaflight, CleanFlight.
Right.
Those two software systems are horrible at assisted flight.
Right.
In addition to that, the hardware on these flight controllers is not accurate enough to remember where gravity is. So when we turn our Betaflight angle mode settings up to 90 degrees,
Yep.
after a few seconds of flying, the quad can't remember which way is down, and it starts to squirrel all over the place.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The control isn't there, but it is in the Tiny Whoop.
That's
And the Tiny
incredible.
Whoop is proof. I mean, at every Tiny Whoop race I've been to, and it's been a lot of big ones,
Yes, you have.
the winner is always an angle mode pilot because there's just more control, and that's
Right.
what we're after with the Tiny Whoop. It's more control.
I love it. That's incredible. That's cool. So I mean,
Yeah.
I've always believed that the Tiny Whip is the gateway to becoming a great FPV pilot, without a doubt.
It's
And,
true.
I mean, seriously. I mean, if you lower the barrier to entry as far as price, you lower the barrier to entry as far as safety concerned.
And building and tuning, it's all eliminated. You can get straight to flight.
Man, like quick, like next day, without
Yep.
a doubt. So, so what's new coming down the tubes? Anything new that you can talk about openly?
Let me think. I mean, we've got what's coming to mind now is probably something I shouldn't quite leak yet.
That's okay,
But
let's
there
not-
is some super exciting stuff coming to Tiny Whoop.
Gotcha. Just check them out at tinywhip.com.
Yeah,
right? Is that
yeah.
what
Or
think?
you know, the Facebook group is an awesome place to get information. And the Facebook group right now, 13,000 people, and they're all
Wow,
innovating.
13,000.
Yeah, it's the second biggest group in FPV world,
That's incredible.
and approaching the first.
All right.
Almost there.
I love it. I love
But
it.
all those guys are innovating. They're all going home and putting new stuff, you know, finding new ways to change this and make it better. And I can't keep up. I mean, that group
Community,
scrolls so fast. Yeah, they're working so hard, and a lot of them now are working together, and there's teams of people
Right.
working to innovate the Tiny Whoop and Tiny Whoop lifestyle and culture. So
Well, let's talk about this because MultiGP has set up a spec class for ultra micros and tiny whoops, right? You know, in
Yeah.
order to proliferate the competitive aspect of
Yep.
it. And so, so that clubs, especially in the northern areas when it's cold outside, can actually still get their stick time in.
Yeah.
In inside, without a doubt. But
Yep.
outside of that, people are still having a great time, no matter what part of the country you're in, no matter what the weather is,
Yeah,
no
well-
matter what the age.
it's true. I just got back from Hong Kong, like I said, and over there's no real safe place to fly a whole bunch of mini quads.
Right.
But Tiny Whoop is huge.
Oh,
People
yeah.
can fly that anywhere. And I went to an awesome, like high production value Tiny Whoop race with,
Yep.
you know, they laid out AstroTurf and had maybe 30 light up gates and a tunnel and all kinds of
Oh, man.
different aspects of this race. It was so much fun.
Cool. So, hey, speaking of doing Tiny Whip tonight, did you bring any special gates or anything like that? What did
I do have the new Tiny Whoop gates.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
they're a blast. I've got a little bit of an issue right now with the clips.
Okay.
So I'm working to fix that. Other than that, they came out great, and I'm excited. But
Love it.
yeah.
And so they can buy those online at tinywhip.com?
Yep,
Is that
that's right. That's
sweet.
right. They're all on tinywhip.com.
Sweet, man. All right. Well, good to see you, JesseP.
Thank
As
you so
always,
much.
appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Keep up the great work. This race is incredible.
It's
Thank
been
you so
incredible,
much. I
man.
love
Absolutely.
watching it.
Well, Well, thank you for being a part.
My pleasure. When's the next one?
When's the next one? We'll see.
And I got a shout out to my sister Katie and Bryce. You guys are watching. I miss you guys. I hope I see you soon.
Hey, Katie, Bryce. We'll see you. All right.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks, Todd.